Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I don't even want to do this show right now, to be honest. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it. And it's not even so much that like I don't want to do it because I don't like hanging out with you guys or something like that. It's because I know, man, every time they lose, every time they do something like this is the video, this is the stream, this is the Instagram post. These are the ones that are gonna get the most views, the most interactions, and it's gonna be so many Leafs fans saying, "I told you so. This is what they are. Told ya, told ya." Oh my goodness, you know what I mean? Like they've lost like what, 12 times all season, right, Ace? Thanks for the follow there. They've lost like 12 times or something all season, right? They're going 2-1 for wins, right? Pretty much 2/3, 66%. That's not bad, man. That's a good place to be. It's not going to be perfect every season. You're not going to win divisions. You know what I mean? And for a lot of these people, you weren't even happy when they were winning the division last season because it was a Canadian division, and it's like, oh, we can't even be happy about that. Yes, we can. I was happy about it. It was awesome. So I'm sorry if you Leafs fans this year are not enjoying this this little rough patch that they're hitting here. I'm sorry if it's ruining your whole season here. Okay? I'm sorry you didn't enjoy the thing last season, but we did too. All right? We enjoyed it. Right, Logan? You know what I'm saying? We enjoyed last season being in first. We enjoyed winning that. It was good times. So now it makes this easier. Because, guys, it's not an easy game tonight. That's not an easy game to watch if you're a hockey fan and you're watching your favorite team, no matter who your team is. It's not an easy one to watch, right? Like, they lost that game fair and square because they just, like, they sucked on defense, right? And that's, you know, it's going to happen sometimes. I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. You know what I mean? But right now, they're in a position where they can make those mistakes. And trust me, when it comes to the actual mistakes, guys, like, I'm furious about them. Right? Ryan Reeves scoring 2 goals on us is not an insult in itself. Ryan Reeves is a good player. I don't care what people think they know about him. NHL players can score goals. And Ryan Reeves is no exception. So if you're going to disrespect him by not treating him like a goal scorer, guess what? He's going to score goals. So that's what the Leafs did tonight. They disrespected Ryan Reeves by not treating him like a threat. The way they left him wide open. And then, like, even when they were trying to cover him, it's like weak stick checks. Nobody's leaning on him. Everybody's afraid that they're gonna get punched. Like, you can't let him run you like that. You know what I mean? You can't let him own your space. I'm not saying you fight the guy. I wouldn't fight the guy, even if I was an NHL player. If I was any other NHL player, put me into their body right now, their brain or whatever like that. Put me there. I still would not want to fight Ryan Reeves, no matter how tough a player you gave me. I wouldn't do it. But you still got to make his life difficult. You know what I mean? Just be annoying then. Yeah, he might give you a little shot to the back of the head. And as long as you don't do anything back to him, he's going to be the one getting the penalty, right? So, like, it's not an easy one to watch. And another first-time chat here tonight from Logan Legacy. I'll be mad at these losses, but I'm still keeping faith. Like, yeah, I mean, what we're feeling, guys, is not mad at the team, right? Like, what you really think. If you're a real fan... And lots of you are, even the ones that get super mad at these things. Because we think we're mad at the Leafs. We're not, man. We're mad at the situation. And I'll use an example of what I'm talking about. I was so mad at that last goal that Austin didn't get. Okay, I was so mad at that goal, all right? Because here he was on the road trying to tie a record. Yeah, the Leafs might have, like, lost the game by that point. It looked pretty bleak. But even him just getting one to keep that record going would have been a nice little side victory to at least get you through a tough time. And then they called it back. And I'll tell you why it made me so mad. Because when they showed the replay, I'm like, that's no goal. That's no goal. I was so mad. I was so mad. But I'm not mad at Austin Matthews. Right? So what did he do? He tried to kick the puck. He tried to kick the puck in the direction of the net. Lots of forwards do it. You know what I mean? You're trying to kick it up towards your stick, perhaps, so you can get a stick on it. You know what I mean? Or you're hoping that if it does get misdirected or whatever, like it goes off of something else and the kick doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like, it's a desperation move. They're down 2 goals. I'm not blaming Austin Matthews for kicking the goal in, right? But he kicked the goal in. Like, that's no goal. And I was saying to my wife that I'm so mad about it too, because if they don't call it off, I'm going to be mad as well. Because I would hate it. If I was a Ranger fan tonight and that goal counted, I would be livid. Livid. Is a brutal one to count if they were to count it. So as soon as I saw the replay, I was just so furious. But I'm not mad at the team. I'm not mad at the ref calling it. I'm not mad at, you know what I mean, the saves happening beforehand. What I'm really mad at is that they didn't screw it up. If you want the truth, when you really think about what I'm honestly mad about, I'm mad that they didn't screw up that call. Right? I'm mad that they didn't screw it up. I wouldn't have wanted it to happen because, like I said, it's an insult to what I think a goal is in the NHL. But at the same time, I could sacrifice that little moral side of myself for a Leafs win or a Leafs tying, even get an extra point. You know what I mean? I'm mad at like the hockey fates. You know what I mean? That's what we're mad at, guys. We're mad at the random, sheer fluke side of hockey. We're mad at the things that just don't go our way. That's all we're mad at. And that's an okay thing to be mad at. So let's ease off the players for the next little bit now, because I know what's going to happen to these poor guys. All of a sudden, everybody that was waving their flags and wearing their jerseys is going to start selling them out. You know, it won't be about how Mitch Marner got his first power play goal again. It was a beauty one. That was a great power play goal, right? It's not going to be about that. It's going to be how he's only gotten one now in that long. Oh, that's still something we got to talk about. He's only scored one now in so long. It's just going to be something that they always bring up until it gets, you know, to a number that they finally decide is okay again. And as fans, you don't know what that number is going to be. So, like, you know, Oh, I chugged the bottle here for Thievis. Oh. Well, thank you very much for that. Thanks for keeping me hydrated on those long rants. So, I mean, that's my main point about the game. Look. Thanks for setting that off there, Leslie. But that's basically what I'm saying about the game, is that it's a frustrating game to watch, absolutely. Nobody wants to see that lack of coverage in front of the net, man. It drives me nuts as a defenseman myself. I cannot believe that on 2 of the goals, all five Leafs were in the corner. All 5. And they just let people stand out front like they're not even there. Like, I could not believe that. Like, that's huge defensive errors. Like, that's not even NHL level. That's like amateur league. That's AHL stuff, okay? And it happens sometimes to pros, and I get it, but that's the stuff that, to me, I'm floored by. I'm like, what? Did I just see a goal that bad against us? What are we doing, you know? But then I remember it's not we. I'm not on the team. I'm not the one that worked hard to get there. You gotta give them some credit, man. You gotta give them some respect of just they're trying their best. This is a good team, all right? This is a good team that can do a lot of damage. There's no reason to turn your backs on that when they get a loss or two, okay? This is the first real rough patch we've had since October. First real rough patch as Toronto fans since October. Like, time to find out what you're made of, okay? If you're watching this at home and you're starting to think that, like, I'm just some sort of, like, mega kiss ass to the Toronto Maple Leafs or something, well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of this, right? It's just for fun. It's just to get rallied up behind him, you know? And that's how it's gonna be, right? So, time to find out what you're made of as viewers, right? As viewers of hockey. Can you handle this stuff, right? It ain't gonna be easy. There's ups and downs. Leslie knows what I'm talking about. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions. That's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. I tell you what a lot of these fans want, man, is they want a free ride for a season. They want a free cup. That's what they want. They want a first place team all the way across the regular season. Meanwhile, while that's happening, they'll still just be like, yeah, well, it doesn't mean anything to the playoffs. Doesn't mean anything to the playoffs, right? And then they'll get that first round one year, and then that won't be enough. So it'll be like, oh yeah, well now they, well, so what? One round isn't that long, right? Where's two? You know what I mean? To the point where even if they get a cup, I give it one season. If that season isn't beautiful after that cup win, they're already going to be back to, well, it'll be another 50, 60 years till we see another cup. They're not happy people, man. They're not happy people, and sports is never going to fix that for them. So, we're bringing the positivity around here, and hopefully y'all are like behind it and ready to go, man, because we're gonna find out ourselves what we're made of. Lots of people are gonna come at us. I'm telling you, my things are. It was already like 12 comments in the first couple of minutes of me posting today. It's gonna be all people, I'm telling you, just being like, "Ha, told you." And it's gonna be Leafs fans. It's gonna be guys wearing stuff like this in their profile pics. Is that something to be proud of? You know what I mean? You're proud that you predicted your team sucking for a game, by the way. It's not even for a whole season, for a game. That makes you feel good? I'd much rather be happier about the games they win than I am. So it makes the dark ones like this a little sad for sure, but that's part of being a sports fan, right? And that's what we're all here about. It's about time I start getting into your comments, guys, okay? Because you've been going off crazy in the chat real good tonight. Again, we need to be this live when they win big, all right? Like, it's nice that we're all here after a loss, getting through it together, but let's start coming out, man, for the big wins too, okay? Let's start riding that train. Let's get on board now so we can claim we were there first, all right? So let me hear what you guys have to say, all right? Let's go.